Today is a pretty exciting day because we get to talk about something we haven't talked about in a hot minute over here on the channel, and that's Inart. And Inart, where's the Game of Thrones line? I've been impatiently waiting, I should say. I really need like a Jon Snow, Daenerys, you know, see what else he come out with, maybe spend a lot of money on Game of Thrones figures. Inart, you guys got to make it happen. I've been waiting for quite a while because, to be honest, Inart, they're killing it right now. Looking at like Gimli here. Like, let's get this out of the way first because we have two Inart announcements and one Hot Toys release to talk about today. And Gimli, 4/2, he comes out. So what is that? Like 2 days, 3 days, something like that whenever the video goes live. So we've got a couple days before he comes out. So we don't know the price exactly yet, but he looks incredible. Of course, Thorin Oakenshield was like $530, something like that. And he also looked amazing. Of course, you know, it depends where you buy. I know he's not going to be licensed in the US, so you have to go through a reseller. So reseller up prices. So I'd say he's going to be between $500-$600. Well, not $5 and $600. $500 and $600 is what I meant. Is what I would say he's going to be, especially after tax, fees, shipping, everything, all of that. He's going to be a pricey figure, but I think he's going to be worth it for those of you collecting Lord of the Rings out here. I mean, just look at him. Inart, they're doing the full Rude beard, kind of like how they did with Gandalf, and it looks incredible. This is every time I see another Lord of the Rings announcement and stuff, it makes me like not sad because they look amazing, but I'm like, oh, just it makes me more impatient because I really want to see what they do for Game of Thrones. Like, I don't know what version of Jon Snow they're gonna go with. I don't know what version of Daenerys, but I want to see it so badly. Of course, we've seen like concepts and stuff in the past, but nothing solid. But yeah, I'll stop talking about Game of Thrones and we can focus on Gimli because he deserves it, because this is a phenomenal looking figure. And anyone collecting Lord of the Rings out there, you want the whole fellowship and stuff, I think you got to get this one. It looks so good. Even for me, I mean, I'm not going to get it because I skipped Gandalf. Yeah, Gandalf. Okay. Every time I say Gandalf, I always have to verify if I'm talking about Gandalf or Dumbledore. I don't know why. It's just in my head, old wizards, I always mix those two up. Yeah, it's just how my brain works apparently, but I missed out on Gandalf. I didn't go Aragorn. I didn't go for Legolas. Gimli, he looks awesome, but I can't get him on his own. I mean, they also came out with Thorin Oakenshield, but if I were to get any Lord of the Rings figures, let's be real, we'd go for Lord of the Rings, not the Hobbit movies. Although the Hobbit movies, not gonna lie, I do kind of like them. They're still pretty good. Not as good as Lord of the Rings, the extended editions, but still pretty good. And yeah, Gimli here, just look at this. So you can actually take the helmet off him. They haven't put out the official like photo I can see, so I think it's just one head sculpt because this looks like the same expression to me at least. So I'm kind of curious if the hair is going to get messed up with the actual helmet on there, if you just slide on, like how it fits. But it does make it look pretty realistic with it on. So we'll see how that works. If it's like a swap out piece, just things like that, because the hair does drape down the back as well. And it looks very good. Look at the way the hair is like up on his cheeks, like the eyes. I will say the worst part of the figure right now though is those eyebrows. I know he has like bigger, bushier eyebrows, but since they're not, it would have been crazy if they did like implanted hair, like wool haired eyebrows. But that's the one thing I gotta call out. The eyebrows look a little, they definitely look like sculpted hair, which the only reason they really stand out is because of how good the hair is on him. Like, look at that, right there on the head, right there on the beard. Like, he's got the braids in there. He's got the little like wrap thing in the bottom, where the heck those are. This is a beautiful looking figure. Like, even all the like the little wrinkles, the skin detailing, the eyes. The Inart keeps one up in themselves. Like, I still haven't gotten my first Inart figure. I ordered from Spec Fiction the Snape. Hopefully soon. I don't know. I know I always hear Spec Fiction takes a while. I haven't ordered from. I always hear 1/6 Kit is supposed to be good, but I haven't ordered from him yet. Whenever I do my next Inart order, I'll probably test his site out, maybe order from him, but we'll have to see. But basically, I'm still waiting on my first Inart figure, and every time they put out a figure, man, they just look so good. And like I keep saying, every time I see them, where's Game of Thrones? Because look at this armor detailing, like the chainmail, the battle axe, the gloves, like the leather-like look, just everything. That helmet, man. Gosh, they're gonna. Part of me feels like they're trying to finish up the Lord of the Rings line, or at least put out most of them before they go for Game of Thrones, because they're going pretty deep in the Lord of the Rings. I mean, they still put out like most of the main characters. They still haven't even done like Frodo, Sam, any of them yet, but they really should. They haven't done like would they even do that? A Gollum? That'd be interesting. But they still have many Lord of the Rings figures to make. So part of me is, I guess, worrying that they'll kind of wait to do all their Lord of the Rings and then move into Game of Thrones. Because to me, they're kind of similar lines just because they're both kind of medieval fantasy type things with like similar outfit looks. So maybe they're waiting to finish up or get the main cast of Lord of the Rings out there, and then they'll do Game of Thrones. But I don't know. I'm just spitballing here because I really want to see what they're doing for Game of Thrones, because I'm basically just passing on their Lord of the Rings line, and every time I do and I see a new announcement, I'm like, dang, gosh, it looks so good. Man, just that wool hair. Inart, they're killing it with their hair. Just the way that it looks in every photo and everything. Maybe in person, I think some people have noted they've had like some issues in person, like with their figures, like not coming in looking as good as the prototypes. But just every prototype photo, at least, and I don't have first-hand experience, it just looks phenomenal. Like, look at him here. I mean, the image is a little lower resolution, but he's here with Aragorn and Legolas, and it just looks phenomenal, man. That trio looks awesome right there. Of course, you could get like Legolas and Gimli. That'd be a cool little duo, but I feel like it's tough. If you go Lord of the Rings, I feel like a lot of people who are skipping the line are skipping it because they don't want to go broke. Because if you're getting some of the Lord of the Rings, you're probably going to get most of them because every character is so crucial to the story. Yeah, but the battle axes look awesome right there in his holster. The dual axes, man. And then the battle axe, the holster on the back. And this is what I was saying, where it looks like the helmet just goes on him. Because I don't know. What are they going to do? Because see how it's a braid here? And then if we go back real quick, maybe it's still a braid back there. I'm guessing it's still a braid because, man, I don't know how they're doing that. That's my one concern, that if you put the helmet on them, then is it going to mess up the implant hair? That's one worry I'm calling out right now, maybe, but I just don't know. It's hard to say. I'm trying to think. I know Gandalf, I think he came with a hat, but it's like a fabric hat. I don't think it messes up the hair too much, but this one's like a helmet. I don't know if you push it down. Yeah, we'll have to see. Hopefully your figure doesn't get like hat head or whatever it's called, but he gets his pipe. Here's all his weaponry. He gets the two different axes. He gets the longer one with like that cool curved look, the smaller version. And then here on the right, he gets the other two looking axes, the longer, the shorter, and then he gets the big battle axe. So he gets axed up, and man, they all look beautiful. Knowing Inart, I'm pretty sure they're probably going to be die cast because that's usually what they do. And then here he gets a bunch of hands. I mean, they all have that really like awesome looking leather appearance. I'm pretty sure they're all just going to be sculpted though, but they look really realistic. Then here's his base. His base is a little different than the others from what I see, because when we go back to the picture of him standing on it, going all the way to the beginning, it's kind of small. I don't know if it's because he's small, but also they didn't compare it next to any other bases from the photos I could see. So I'm curious if it's like to give him a height boost, because it looks taller, but also it could just be my perception because it's not as wide or as like deep as the other bases. So I don't know if it's just like my eyes thinking that it looks like it's taller, but it looks good nonetheless. But going back to where we were, yeah, that's basically everything for Gimli, and he looks awesome. And I already spoiled it. We're looking at Batman, and I have some things to say about Batman. So this is the battle damage version now, and I'm kind of a little annoyed, to be honest. So I went in. It's just been I mean, they're killing me now because I was saying like Hot Toys, you got to give us Arkham Origins Batman, and then Inart, they made the Arkham Origins like their action scale, like you can see down here in our action. They kind of changed it. They were saying 1/12, but people are like, that's not 1/12. So they're like, okay, fine, in our action, that's what we're doing now. They're just action figures, and okay, I guess I don't know how it's going to scale with other stuff yet. I don't have any firsthand experience like comparing it to Marvel Legends, but I went in and I pre-ordered their first clean suit Arkham Origins Batman. It was $100 because I just went through Spec Fiction. Like I said, I probably need to go to other sites in the future, just test them out, know which sites are reliable, stuff like that. And now I think I'm gonna try to figure out a way, see if I can somehow transfer that pre-order to like the battle damage. I don't know. We'll see how it works, because now that Hot Toys has made the clean suit for 6 scale, Now I don't need a clean suit version and action scale, so I'll get the battle damage one. So I'm probably gonna maybe, personally, I don't really need both in action scale since I'm getting the big 6 scale one. I collect 6 scale figures more than 12 scale, action scale, whatever the heck they want to call this now. So I wouldn't mind a battle damage one in smaller scale, but at the same time, now I'm thinking, is Hot Toys gonna come out with a like battle damage one? Like maybe, and if they do that, am I like, maybe I don't even need the smaller scale ones. I don't even know at this point, but smaller scale between, well, we'll compare because, okay, let me get back on track. So this one also April 2nd is when the pre-orders go live. And yeah, I'm going to skip that one for now, but you see these two. Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't really need the clean suit one in this scale now that Hot Toys has announced theirs. But let's be real, the Hot Toys one, people have pointed out the issues was like the belt looking kind of low or kind of small. To me, it looks a little low just because see the crotch region there, it looks like it's a bit longer than here. So it needs to go up more. I think the belt just needs to go up, and then Hot Toys would look a bit better, but I can't even lie. Inart is killing it in their action scale. Like this is a 12 scale figure. And to be completely honest with you guys, it kind of looks a little bit better than the Hot Toys one. It looks awesome. It could just be the photo, but then again, also the battle damage. I'm a sucker for battle damage, and I love the way it looks on here. But even like they're looking between these two, I definitely need to go for the battle damage one. So I'm going to try to find a way to, I guess, either get my money back or change that pre-order somehow to the battle damage. I don't know. I haven't really talked to their customer service or anything yet, but yeah, I need to figure that out because I would much rather have a battle damage version than this one because I'm also getting the Hot Toys 6 scale version. And maybe it's just like because this one's an edited photo, but I don't know. Inart is, they're just killing it in everything, to be honest, man. Their everything looks awesome, but he also seems to get maybe more accessories. I don't know if he, it's a little confusing. It looked like he gets the same accessories, but then also just more. I don't know. So you can see, I guess I put these photos in the wrong order, but battle damage, armor, and cape. So you can see like the bullet holes, like the damage, the scratches. It looks glorious. The cape's all ripped up. They mentioned the hidden joints, incredible articulation. I gotta admit, they hit the heck out of those joints. This looks awesome. Like Hot Toys made that Silver Surfer look like trash, but then at least this looks amazing. Man, I love how this is looking. And then also you get the remote claw and shot gloves. So I guess before I make a final decision, I need to see what accessories he comes with, because if in the action scale he doesn't come with the other version's accessories, but he gets these, so you need both to combine the accessories, or is it like he gets all the same accessories as the other one but more? And if they did that, Inart, why'd you do that? Because that's kind of weird. I don't know. It's like they made like two yeah, Hot Toys has done this before, you know, like clean version, battle damage version, like with Deadpool pretty much, where you have the clean one, then here's the battle one, and the battle one, you want those accessories for the clean one, or you can get both and combine them, but then that costs a lot of money. So yeah, but then again, I guess these are smaller scale, though on Spec Fiction, I know it was $100 for the clean one. This one, my assumption is it's going to be $100 again. Most likely, I don't think they'll charge more for the battle damage one, or if they do, that'd be kind of dumb, I guess is the best word for it in my opinion. But yeah, just comparing the two, I want this one. Clean suit, yes, it looks awesome. Big fan of the game, but battle damage, I'm a sucker for battle damage. I say it every time I see something awesome that's battle damage. So I always have to go battle damage. Hot Toys one, 100% getting. Only reason I wouldn't get this one is if they give us a battle damage one, because not gonna lie, the battle damage look to me is a little bit more iconic from the game, because the suit, it looks fantastic, but as you like progress through the story, you get so battle damage like here on the left that to me, that is the look. That's his like end of the game look with like everything. So if Hot Toys makes a battle damage one, this one is definitely getting canceled, to be honest. But knowing Hot Toys, they'd probably wait for this one to release, and then they're like, ooh, it released? Here's a battle damage one. And then Sideshow at that point probably won't even have their stock in yet. Then Sideshow will probably get a bunch of cancellations, people going for battle damage and whatever the heck's going on there. But I don't know. That's just guessing, I guess. I'm just theorizing a little bit. That's not fact or anything, obviously, but I don't know. They've done it before. And here's the thing. The last thing to talk about now. Yeah, I know. Sorry, I had to do it. Here's the thing. He's literally like pointing like, here's the thing. I just had to pull one of those on you. And Hot Toys released the thing from, of course, Fantastic Four, the newer movies. And gotta keep it real, I don't care too much. If I were to get any of the figures from the Fantastic Four movie, it would have been him. Galactus, I was a little tempted by because technically you get all of them, but he's just so big. I'm like, I don't know where I could fit him. Maybe if he's discounted in the future, but I don't need the whole Fantastic Four. And to be honest, I'll probably get different looks in Doomsday or whatever the heck their other project they're going to be in. These suits are really cool looking though, but man, it's just a lot of money if you're getting all the Fantastic Four figures. Like, yeah, but I do like the Thane. He's the best looking of all of them. And now that he's released, he still looks fantastic. I saw the Figure Hideout already put out a video about it. So definitely go check that one out. He always makes videos like right when Hot Toys puts out the blogger photos. I think he like works directly with them or something. I don't know for sure, but that's what it seems like. And he looks really good. So the whole body is kind of squishy. So he was like squeezing it in the video. And then the arms, of course, they're seamless. I will say it doesn't look as great here with this angle, but some certain angles, the way the rocks kind of overlap the articulation, like the gap here, it does look pretty good, pretty seamless, although it's not really seamless. And some of the bloggers they had some fun with it and had like the Thane punching Hulk in the face, edited in some like splatter and stuff, you know. They have him with Spider-Man, which is really cool to see. I'm so excited for Spider-Man Brand New Day. I don't have this Final Swing, it's called Final Swing suit, right? Something like that from Hot Toys, but not gonna lie, I probably don't need it now that we basically are getting the same suit, just with like a different color blue for the next movie, or at least Hot Toys better make it because they haven't officially put out anything announcing it. But I really hope they make the one from Brand New Day, which they should if they want to, you know, keep making figures from new movies. I mean, they gave us all the Fantastic Four, they better give us a new Spider-Man, but they probably will. And yeah, I guess the box looks like this here on the right, and the new special edition thing they were doing for whatever wave of figures are in now, there's like this card. So yeah, there was that time they made a bunch of announcements and all of them come with this special edition card pretty much. So yeah, it's pretty interesting, and that's it. So main thing was Inart, give us Game of Thrones, and Gimli looks awesome, and yeah, that's about it.